right, Calvin Castine in beautiful downtown Chazy. It's the 23rd of July, 2015. Not a bad day in the North Country today. And we're at a place we were here about a year ago. Was it about a year ago, Chad Poirier?
Yes, it was. Almost a year ago to the day. Here we're having our second annual open house here.
Who is?
Here, True Value, Rene's Repair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so your second annual.
Yep.
Sounds like you're going to do this again.
Yeah, I think so. We had a fantastic turnout here today. We had our Milwaukee rep, we had raffles, giveaways, barbecue, and the turnout was fantastic, so as it was last year. So that's all we can ask for.
That's right. That's right. So you officially became a True Value Hardware when?
Well, it's about a year and a half ago. One full good season under our belt now, and believe me, there's a lot of learning curves. But we've made it through. Things have been doing pretty well, so we're going to keep plugging away at it.
Okay. Of course, Rene's Repair is the mother company, we'll call it here for you guys, and you always have hardware supplies that you personally need for doing your business. And is that kind of how you got involved with deciding you're going to sell hardware?
Yes, that's exactly how it started. We just started stocking more and more things that we use every day. So, we had a lot of foot traffic, and we said, why don't we look into the different brands and co-ops and different things, and True Value seemed to be the best one for us. And they gave us a good opportunity as far as buying power and different opportunities as far as availability of equipment and different materials. So, and it's worked out really good.
Oh, and the timing was pretty good because the Twin Town True Value, it was closing about that time, and that certainly had a reputation years back.
Yes, it did. Bill and Sue Hope were fantastic people. They're one of our best customers here now. They're here often, and we love to see them come in, and I think they're pretty happy to come in to see a lot of their old friends and their old products.
Yeah, because you could walk in there and ask them any question, and
yeah, they were fantastic people, really. I often chew on Bill's ear just for different things, and I think he enjoys it as much as I do.
Sure, it brings back a lot of good memories for him, I'm sure, because they seem to both really enjoy dealing with the public.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic public people. They really miss it, you can tell, but I think that's maybe why they keep finding excuses to come in.
Well, could be. Maybe they were looking for you to offer them a job.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Of course, your location here is in Chazy, as we mentioned, and this location, I think I talked to Andy West about a year ago, and I think he said his father opened this in the early 1950s as a hardware store here.
Yes, he did. And Andy has actually given us some fantastic old pictures.
Oh, good.
From when his father first opened and he got seasoned here, and he actually had some pictures from before it when it was a blacksmith shop, and really nice old stuff.
So you're going to hang them inside, or?
Yeah, we have a couple of them posted up up behind the counter, but I've been keeping an eye out, so I want to save them. As we make changes, we want to keep a little portfolio going.
Now your neighbors here have changed in the last year. The Redemption Center has changed hands.
Yep, the Redemption Center has changed hands. Still same location, different owner. And our barbecue guy, Up North Barbecue, has left, and we have the flower lady here.
Yeah.
She just moved.
Mrs. Shambo.
Yep, Laura, and she just moved from up across from Trooper Barracks.
Uh-huh.
And she's been fantastic. She's been good to have in here in the building.
Oh, sure, she'll generate some traffic.
Yes.
And you got like people like Kevin Mulligan who shop here. I mean, so you couldn't go out for a higher recommendation than that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. As he runs in the door. Yeah.
AAA battery.
So
now, of course, the location that Mrs. Shambo just moved from, Poirers Florist was there for years, and then Clark's Flower Shop, and
Yep.
so that location there had been a flower place for
a long time.
for as far back as I can recall. So I can recall a lot further than your father can.
That's right.
So. It's a big change for her to come here.
Yep.
and you know it's got a good location. I know that I talked to you a year ago. You weren't sure if you might take that up yourself and expand there, but
Yeah.
decided.
Yeah, I decided to let a tenant occupy that space only because I do have plans here for an addition.
Okay.
For me to occupy that space, it was cut up a little bit odd, so I did decide to do an addition here in the future. So.
Oh, okay. So you're going to expand.
Yep. Yeah, I'm hoping the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next, putting on an addition here.
Because you got a lot of room in the back.
Yes, we got a lot of room here in the back, and the foot traffic and the clientele, I think, can warrant it. I mean, we've done fantastic, and True Value has brought a lot to the table as far as products and different things to have on hand. So, the only thing we're missing is the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's you've got the room. You've got to put the walls up around.
Put the
it.
walls up. Yeah. Yep.
And of course, you can put in a balcony, and people could watch the soccer games during the fall.
Yes. Yep. Sit here. Do some tree trimming. We can hear them for sure. That's.
You're right in the back of George Brendler Field here.
Yes.
Do you ever have any balls that come flying into your yard?
Often. Yep.
So you keep them, I hope.
Well, I'll throw them back. The kids will be along the fence. I'll watch them from the fence. It's. I enjoy that myself. Of course, I got 2 boys that are coming up the ranks. So.
That's right. Your kids go here to Chazy.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. They sure do.
Well, one went to UPK. Just graduated UPK.
Just graduated here this spring, and he'll be in kindergarten next year. I know. I can't believe that myself.
Time marches on.
I know it.
Yeah. So you grew up as a cougar, but now you're
an eagle now.
Now you're an eagle.
Yeah. I often tell my kids, Daddy was a cougar, but you guys are eagles now. So I still have a hard time accepting that, but it's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Eagles are good people. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the athletic community here is big time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you had a barbecue here at noon.
Yes. Yeah, we had a barbecue. We had, I think they counted about 175 to 180 plates we served.
At $5 a head?
Yeah, right. Unfortunately not. Yeah.
Free barbecue.
Free barbecue. We had a big propane sale today.
$9.99 for a fill-up?
Yep, on a 20-pound tank. We had several specials in the store, sale items. We had some raffles today, bicycle we gave away, Milwaukee toolkit we gave away, some maple syrup and different things. So
yeah,
it was a nice turnout.
My grandson was looking at your flyer and he said, "Oh, free shirt! Oh, I got to buy $100 worth of Milwaukee tools."
Yeah, well, there's always a catch there.
Yeah. He was looking for that free shirt and the free cap, but he didn't have the $100 for the tools.
Yeah.
So he probably didn't stop in.
Yep.
But you couldn't have picked a nicer day, I don't think.
I know, with the stretch of weather we've had, pretty fortunate.
We've had rain or hot and muggy or both.
Yep. No, today is perfect day.
Temperature in the 70s, the clouds, but some sunshine peeking through as it is right now. It's a nice day now.
Yep.
So that's the True Value side, and you've got a growing list of products, I would assume?
Yes, we've expanded into a little bit of lawn and garden, some lawn mowers, and...
I'm going to turn that just a bit here.
Yep,
I don't know if you moved or not.
Yep.
That camera doesn't know.
So, we've expanded quite a bit.
You got the lawnmower?
Yeah, lawnmowers. We went into a lot of mulches and different outdoor products. So we found a really nice market for it, but like I say, we're cramped up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to have room to display all this stuff.
Yes. Yep.
So, and if people come in here and they're looking for something specific, they can tell you. You can order it, and something you can think about putting on the shelf in the future.
Yes, for sure. We've always taken our recommendation. If we get asked more than one time for it, we usually will bring it in. So that question gets eliminated.
Yeah. So if you don't find it here, don't just walk away.
That's
Speak
right.
up.
Say it. And George, he does a fantastic job in there.
George who?
George Burkett. Yeah, he's our store manager here. He runs the show inside.
Oh.
Yep. So he's done a fantastic job. He can find stuff that most people can't. He can find different things.
So if you're looking for something specific, he can.
Yep.
Latch onto it. Now the other side, the Rene's repair side, I noticed that the FW Web has changed locations.
Yes. So
tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Rene's Repairs is getting ready to make another move. We purchased the old.
Not a move. You're not moving from here.
Yeah, well, the Rainey's repair side is.
Okay.
Yep. So True Value is staying here and expanding here.
Okay.
We're moving to the former FWS building on Route 9.
What old timers like me would remember is the Grandview Restaurant.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, before my time for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, we're opening another True Value store there, and our offices are moving there.
Wow.
Yep.
So you're moving south.
Yep, moving south.
You got to drive to work every day.
I
now.
know. I know. I'm
Not
not
to
too
be around
crazy
the corner.
crazy about that, but that's what we got to do to make some space.
So we won't find you in here at all, or what?
Oh yeah, I'll be here. I'll still have an office here. A lot of our accounting will be done here still.
The boss will still be here.
Boss will still be here. Yep. But we're putting a 5,000 foot addition on the current building there,
Okay.
and just for our offices, we're putting a training room in. So it'll be much more convenient.
Okay. What's the training room?
Well, we do.
Exercises?
No, we do all our in-house training for our service techs. Specific trainings,
Tired yet?
all that sort of stuff for to keep everybody advanced.
Okay.
But and it's a big deal. You know, we didn't have a real room here. We're using a tool room for that. We do weekly in-house training, so you know, we focus on that a lot.
Okay. Give me an example of some recent training you might have done.
So we've new products. You know, it's constant change. You know, in our field, the heating and plumbing field, things are changing all the time. So a new piece of equipment comes out, we'll either have the rep for that piece of equipment come out and do specific training, or we'll do some basic training for our new guys that are up and coming. So it's really A to Z. We'll get really technical or be very basic.
Okay. Now, plumbing, heating. To what extent can people call you?
Oh, well, we pretty much do everything.
A drippy faucet?
Yep, drippy faucet, change an outlet, a switch. It really doesn't make any difference.
Something that small?
Yep.
Or a major?
Yes. Yep, major event.
Yeah.
So we've done, you know, our company is kind of has a list of service techs. We have installers. So we've got someone to cover all aspects.
Yeah, and I think we've got some equipment too. Like I
Yes.
saw.
Yep. Well, all the related equipment, you know, for find a bad water line needs to be dug up, we can dig it up. We also opened up our own sand pit this year up on the La Valley Road, just to service our own needs and service. There's a little gap in the industry there.
All right. I'm not too far from the La Valley Road. Whereabouts is your pit?
Just going towards Moore's, just past Donald Gay's farm on
Okay.
the right-hand side, on Crescent Lane.
Can't be on the left-hand side. The river's there.
Excuse me, on the right-hand side.
No. You did
Yeah.
say right-hand, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't be on the left-hand.
Yeah, it can't be on the left. You'd be swimming if you're on the left. Yeah. So we did that. That's turned out pretty well. So always keeping something going.
Now, how many guys do you have to write a paycheck for every week?
I think there's 22.
22.
Yeah.
That including you and the boss?
I don't unfortunately get to take a paycheck.
Oh, no paycheck.
No. Someday I will.
Does she give you an allowance?
Well, she gives me a small allowance, just enough to get me by week to week.
Or if it's around her birthday or Valentine's Day, you might get a little.
I get a
bonus.
little more. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And who is this boss that we're talking about?
Well, that's my wife, Tammy. Yep. Well, she seen the camera.
She took off.
Yep. I think she may have even left the property. I'm not sure.
Former Cronkite, as I
That's
recall.
right. Yep. That's right.
So, high school sweethearts for you, or what?
Towards the end.
Toward the end?
Yeah, towards the end. We've been together for 13 or 14 years. Seems like 25, right?
She's like 13 and 14.
Yeah, right. 13 and 14. Yeah.
She won't see this part.
That's right. Yeah, we'll edit that. Yeah.
Okay, anything else, Chad? I know you've got all kinds of propane here. And
Yes, we've been in the propane market. We've partnered with MX Fuels. That's been going fantastic. So, anything to do with heating or plumbing.
Okay, so you put in propane heaters. And
Yep, propane heaters. Set the tanks. We have underground, above ground. Whatever. So that's worked out pretty well.
So you haven't run into any jobs too small. Have you run into any that were too big that you said,
Well,
we can't quite handle that?
No, we try to stay within our means. We've done fair amount of large jobs, which are good, but of course you can't always depend on those.
No, you can't sit back and say,
No.
we're going to get another large job next summer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Any work.
So we spend a lot of our energy on the small jobs, really. Small jobs have always taken care of us, and they will always. So that's a big deal to us.
Well, so you got it's a 298 number, do they call it here?
The 298-3667, same number it's been for forever. We'll continue to use that number, Plattsburgh, Chazy, wherever we're at.
Okay. Do you have an 846 number just for the folks that are thinking you're in Chazy?
The only 846 number we have is our fax number.
Okay.
But we do have an 800 number. Unfortunately, I don't know what that is. But
okay.
Mostly, when people Google search, that's what comes up, the 800 number.
800 number.
And nowadays, everybody does their Googles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It won't be that long where phone books won't even exist.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's just unfortunate, but
yep.
That's just the way it's going to be.
Is.
Yeah. So Milwaukee, you got a nice truck just past.
Yes.
That's not beer, right? That's,
No, not beer. That comes later, but.
That's Milwaukee Tools. Right?
Milwaukee Tools, yeah. He's our local rep here. We brought in a full line of Milwaukee in the store, power tools, and he came out today and he had a whole bunch of demonstrations and new tools that are coming out. And
they haven't invented all the tools yet?
Oh, well, you'd think so by now, but I'll tell you, they make it hard to keep up with. Every time, I mean, I like my tools just as much as the next guy, but they do a good job of making me want to get the next one. Yeah, it's funny how that works.
They probably listen to people too and say, you know, well, I want to be able to do this or do that. And you say, okay, we can do that.
Yep, that's exactly what they do.
Okay, what are your hours here, Chad?
We're open 7 days a week.
Sundays too?
Yes, yep. We started that at the beginning of summer.
Okay.
Monday through Friday is 7:30 to 6. Saturday is 8 till 4, and Sunday is 9 till 2.
Wow.
Yep.
So is that the people stop in on Sundays?
Yeah, Sunday actually, I'm often here on Sundays, so I kept seeing, every time I come, I turn the sign on, and I was getting customers. So I said, well, let's start publishing our opening on Sunday, and it's warranted it, so it's been good.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna be here doing some stuff, you might as well sell something.
Well, typically, people who work are only home on the weekends, and that's when they need to have stuff.
People who work for themselves.
That's right.
So if people are out 5 days a week and
weekends
Saturday
is
or
their time.
Sunday, and
weekends are time.
And all the stores in the mall and stuff are certainly booming on a Sunday.
Yes. Yep. People are out and about.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Chad? That I'm going to grab your father and wrestle him over there. But
No, that's fantastic. I want to thank you for stopping by.
Well, it's a nice day.
Yes, nice day.
I didn't know the barbecue would be over already. But
I know it. We actually did real well. I think we got 6 hot dogs left.
6 dogs.
Yeah. But I think we had 40 pounds of hamburgers and I forget how many hot dogs. But
wow.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a lot of leftovers, so we don't have to deal with that.
You'd planned your supper, but now you're going to have to change your plans.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, Chad. Anything else at all?
No, that's it, Calvin. I appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate you taking time to chat with us.
Grab my father and see what we can get out of him.
We'll see if we can get the history of where all this began. Many, many years ago. Okay. We chatted with this fella a year ago. Seems that when things get rough, they call you in, Rene.
Well, yeah, it seems like I'm always there in the background somewhere.
Rene Poirers, the guy who started this Rene's Repair, how many years ago now?
Oh boy, I'd have to look at my paperwork, but Rene's Repair, believe it or not, existed back way back when I started working on trucks and stuff. That's when the New York State sales tax certificate or authority came in, and it's been the same one ever since. So it's been a long time because I was in my 20s. So, and I'm 28 now. So it's just
at least 8 years.
At least 8 years.
I hate to tell you this, but your son's older than you are.
Yeah, I've had that mentioned before. I also, he was adopted. That's how that works. Yeah. Hard to fool math, I guess. Yeah. Well, it's good seeing you here again, Calvin. I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming in and doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, so so you do help out whenever you can, I assume?
Oh yeah, I try to stay in the background. You know, Chad is front and center, and he's doing an exceptionally well job. It was rough getting going with this business, but now that it's up and running, he's taking it to the next level and doing a real good job. You know?
I've often pointed to the people like Chad and said, I wouldn't want the responsibility of having to provide 22 paychecks every week. That's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
People just kind of take that for granted. People who've never been in business.
Yeah, he's taking it to the next level. I had 14 before I kind of passed on and passed it over, and it's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility, and it's like you said, meeting that payroll. That's what it's all about. These people have families to feed and bills to pay, so it's something that we've always tried. I've always tried to do, and Chad's kind of carrying it on as well. Is once you're an employee here, there's never been a layoff. We don't do that. You're here. You're here. Well, if something major goes wrong, which I mean can happen, but for the most part, we try to be a good, dependable employer. You know. So.
I didn't ask Chad this, but I imagine something like CV Tech helps train some of your people, or are they trained by you guys, or how does it work?
Yeah, CV Tech is a good.
You have that on their resume. That doesn't hurt, probably.
It doesn't hurt. No. The skilled labor nowadays is, from when I started, it was every street corner you turned, there was somebody there doing the same thing. The technology in the younger generation is more into the computer end of it, and not so hands-on savvy. So it makes it really hard to find good tech. So we spend a lot of money and a lot of time in training. Our customers come first, therefore, how do you take care of the customer? You got to know what you're doing.
That's right.
So it all connects. It's all connected together, and like I say, our new shop that we're putting together now, we'll have a training facility in there, a little better than what we have here, which we do a good job of. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have techs come in, or the companies themselves to update us on anything new. So we're on the cutting edge. We try to stay. So if there's anything new out there, we're not looking like, what do we do now? You know?
And the guy next door is doing it, and you're not. So you gotta
be up to speed nowadays. The technology changes so fast. Yeah.
Now, having that location just outside of northern Plattsburgh, North Plattsburgh, there is putting it closer to your background right now. You kind of kind of up there.
I've already reached out to Plattsburgh here a little bit already, so it's getting a little closer. And we're hoping that the size will help us. When we moved here, we thought the size was going to be perfect for what we're doing, but the way the economy is and the way technology is, you got to grow with it. And if you don't grow with it, so it takes more tools, more employees, more, and our reputation, we're awful proud of that, and we try to keep it. So what do? You got to move with the times. It's growing pains. It's not 100% of the time, but we try to keep a high average.
Yeah, all it takes is that one disgruntled person, and more people will listen to them than 15 people will say.
There was actually a survey done. This was probably 15, 20 years ago, and I got all the reports on it. I was more versed with it then, but you can do 10 jobs 100%, and 10 people will know it. You do one job poorly, and 10 people will know it. So it's exactly what you said. It's the one bad job, everybody says it. So it's very hard to keep a star rating, if you want to call it that. It's very hard to do.
And now on Facebook, people are brutal.
Oh,
I mean, if they have a run-in, they spread it all over. Don't deal with so-and-so. They're no good. And
it's tough. We're very fortunate. We've always been able to satisfy our customers for the most part, and we don't have much of that. It's going to happen. That's the nature of the beast, and it's the way it is. But we do keep a good rapport with our local customers, and we try to deal locally too. We have outside vendors from out of the state and stuff. Of course, you have to, because this type of business, being full service, will cover anything from Mrs. Jones who can't change her light bulb to a industrial commercial who needs a chiller, in their factory. So we do cover a lot of bases.
Yeah. Now, I know I see you up in a while at your former location up there,
Yep. Yep.
the Elm Street Mall location.
Former Elm Street Mall, yeah, that's where it started. Actually grew from, yeah.
So I see you up that way, and you've got the Rip Van Winkle in Plattsburgh. So where do you hang your hat?
Well, I actually live in Coopersville.
Okay.
In between, yeah. You got to find that sweet spot, But yeah, so I put on a lot of miles, I guess,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of Coopersville, it was about 2 weeks ago. I went to a funeral there. Your grandmother.
Yes.
97 years old, Rita Jolliker. When I was a kid, the Jollikers were just around the corner. They came up from, I believe, the Massachusetts area when I was a kid, and hadn't seen Roger, who was about my age. I hadn't seen him in probably 50, close to 50 years. And
Right.
now he speaks like a Texan of all things.
Yes. Did you happen to see him?
Yeah,
You did?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I made
Good.
sure to see him, and I hadn't seen David in a long time. I saw Leo,
Right.
your Uncle Leo, a couple of years ago. He was
Yep.
up at your place.
Could be.
I was driving by, and Francis Seymour flagged me down and said, "Hey, this guy, you probably know this guy." So I had a chat with Leo. I hadn't seen him.
Yeah. Large
Leo
family.
Jolliker and
large
David.
family.
Nice to see David because
Yeah.
so it was good to see
Yep.
all of them. Not
Yep.
the best circumstances, but geez,
No, right.
97 years old. I mean, how much?
That's right. She had
Yeah.
a very good run. Very good run. She's well known. Always did the right thing, and so she had a good run.
Yeah. I'd like to go 97. Yeah.
I'd like to see that too if I could still move at that age. I don't know.
I'd settle for 97.
Yeah,
Some
she-
people want 100. But
She was driving at 72 or 73 years old. I remember speaking with her about it. She's driven some ridiculous number and never had a ticket, a speeding ticket, parking ticket, or anything. And she always drove. She drove her whole life, right up until the last 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
Yep.
And it's up to her 90s then.
Right into her 90s. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah. So I saw your mother there, Madeline Jolliker, and a year ago I saw your father here,
Yep.
Roger Poirers, and
Yeah. He was actually here earlier on in the first part of the summer. He comes up 3-4 times. He lives in Florida, but he wasn't up for the funeral. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was not his.
right.
Not his mother.
End
so
of it. Yeah. They always got along good though. Oh yeah. Whenever he come up, they'd visit and the whole thing. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Rene, that I really should talk to you about, and I haven't been smart enough to bring up here?
Well, no, nothing I can think of other than our new location is going to be in Plattsburgh.
Well, again, for Rene's Repair.
Rainey's Repair.
This hardware store is
Still going
right
to
here,
stay.
right in the heart of
That's
Chazy.
right. Yep, and it's still going to stay here. And I'm sure Chad probably mentioned we're going to put a True Value up there. There's nothing on that end of town, so we're hoping that it'll help serve that area a little bit better. It'll give us a little more elbow room for Rainey's Repair. That our service area, we cover Keysville and parts of Port Henry and Chazy Lake, so it's not a bad thing going south a little bit. So, and some of the employees travel, so it'll make their travel trip a little shorter. So we're hoping that it'll work good. I've been there for the last 2 weeks now. We've been so busy that Chad hasn't had much time for this and that, and so I've been prepping that building and getting ready for the expansion and stuff like that. Permitting is what it is in town of Plattsburgh. I mean, I think everybody well knows that. It's a little bit tough. Probably one of the toughest in the union in the whole United States, but we're working on it and we're slowly getting the paperwork together and it's getting close. Yep.
Yeah, that new FW Web, they moved there to the Tom Miller Road, and you can't believe how much they've expanded, how big they are right now. But you guys helped in the construction of that a little bit, right?
Yes, we did. We did all the HVAC, all the plumbing in that new building. It went out for bids, of course, like anything else, not just because it's a local vendor, but we were awarded the bid, and they were really impressed in the whole thing, so it worked out well. And in the interim, we ended up making a deal, like, what are you doing with your old building? So we ended up, purchasing that, and hopefully that'll give us more elbow room to handle our tools and equipment and employees and the whole thing. Yep.
Okay, so one store is not enough. You're going to have 2 stores now, just to.
Whatever it takes to pay the bills, I guess. Everybody looks at you, oh, geez, you're a millionaire, and try my shoes for a week, it's you handle a lot of money, but it's not just in my hand, it goes right out the other end. That's what it takes to run a good, honest business. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and of course, as I mentioned with Chad, that location, I knew it as a late teenager as the Grandview Restaurant, and I remember
Right.
the Starfires playing there.
It was a
and
banquet hall type
Yeah.
thing, wasn't it? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
weddings and that type of thing.
And
Yep.
they had a band, they had bar,
Yep,
Dean
yep.
Trombley and
Them
David
guys.
Trombley and
Yeah,
Roland
yeah.
Juneau and Tommy Barnes and Dick Cable with Starfires. I remember them playing there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
was
Well,
a
you got a
fun
good
place
memory
to
for
go.
that stuff. I barely remember it, but of course you got a few
well,
years on
yeah,
me
yeah,
anyways. We'll not talk age, but you got a few years on me.
I'm 68.
Yeah.
I'll admit it.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, in the mid 60s, I was out there, and it was
Checking
a
those
great
places
place.
out.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good. It was a good place with a
Yeah.
good, a good sound. I don't think I went there when Dean wasn't when those guys weren't playing there. So that was the only time I went there. But I certainly,
Right.
I'm sure a lot of people, older people, will remember it as the Grandview Restaurant.
Grandview. Yeah, yeah.
So they'll know where we're talking about.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah,
you know-
because FW Webb's is really for wholesale.
Yeah.
So a lot of
People drive
retail
right by
sales
it.
would never stop
Drive
in
right
there.
by it and not even realize where
Yep, that's
it
correct.
was. Yeah.
Yep.
But of course, that was just after the Northway opened, but before that, I mean, this Route 9 right here, what we're looking at,
That was the main way to Canada.
that was
yeah,
it. You know,
Yeah,
you came down, and this is your way to New York City
yeah. Yep, that's right. Yeah,
from Montreal.
yeah. Well, it's too bad we couldn't get Tammy in here, Chad's wife, my daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
She kind of operates the whole show behind the scenes, you know. She doesn't want to be in front of the camera, but I want to give credit where credit's due. She does a good job, an excellent job, and orchestrating the whole background paperwork and all that stuff that goes along with what you see up front. There's a lot goes on behind
Well, yeah,
the
this
door.
doesn't just happen automatically here.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
if somebody isn't dotting those I's and crossing those T's
Yep.
and
Keeping things moving and everything falls apart.
and
Yep.
paying those bills and
Yep.
sending the
Yep.
invoices out and whatever,
Yep.
it doesn't happen.
It doesn't
so.
happen. That's correct. Yep.
So
Yep.
so it's nice that they're able to find something like this that they can do together,
Yes.
even though they're separate as far as their
That's right.
responsibilities. But they're,
Yeah, yeah. It's very time involved and stuff like that. So I got to give them a lot of credit because it doesn't take much to have everything fall apart, and they're really hanging on and doing a good job. You know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
anything else, Rene?
Nothing I can think of, Calvin. I just want to thank Hometown Cable again for taking the time to do this, Calvin, and really appreciate it. You know, the history involved in this is just great. I think it's the best thing it could be.
Okay.
So thanks again, Calvin.
All right, thanks. Rene Poirier. Okay, camera's moving just a bit here. I got a magic lens here. If I touch it just right, it was moving backwards though, because sometimes if I don't pay attention, all of a sudden it's zooming in, and I don't always zoom in on what I want.
Oh, no. She tried to step out right there.
Don't move. Who we got here?
My name is George Burkett.
And
Donna Pratt.
okay. And George, what's your title in this facility?
I am the manager of the store.
That's what you told me last year.
Yes, it is.
And they
wasn't-
kept you another year.
They kept me another year. I didn't go up. I didn't go down, but that's fine. We're right here.
Well, how much more do you want? I mean,
Well, I don't know.
manager, you want to be the owner?
Well, those are pretty big shoes to fill. I won't lie.
Okay, you're a Northeastern graduate, as I recall.
Yes, sir. 99. With some of your family members,
Oh,
I believe.
Danielle,
Yes,
yes.
Danielle.
That's right, Danielle graduated.
And the rest of the
99.
cast sign boys, too. They were all there. Mikey was
Mike-
in my grade.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
Two Mikes. Mickey
was in your
and
grade?
Mike.
Mickey
Yep.
was in your grade too? I can't remember. No, he was 2003.
Was he?
Yeah.
Shit, that's
you-
bad.
What? Mickey, yeah, he's a year ahead of my youngest, Caleb, who graduated in 2004. So
It's because he towers over me.
Yeah,
I
he
figured he's just in the same age
Yeah,
group.
he's got to be now. Peter might have been closer. To that.
Yes, there we go. Hey, I knew there was so.
One of those Mad Dog boys. And you're a cougar. I mean, an eagle.
I was an eagle.
right,
And
still
don't
an
ask
eagle.
me what year.
Still an eagle, huh?
I'm still an eagle.
Why not? I can't ask you what year.
Oh, I don't want to
These
date
ones-
It's
myself.
not polite to ask a lady her age.
Didn't ask how old she was. She might have been 14.
Well, that's
when
letting
she
the cat out of the bag.
And you were a Tebow when you were in school.
I was a Tebow when I was in school. I am now a Pratt.
Okay.
And actually, I graduated in '79, and I'm proud of it.
79. That was before I started recording, so you were safe. I don't have
I'm-
any old film with
Oh,
me.
well, you might have some back in basketball, no? Not that far
79,
back?
no. First thing I recorded was in June of '83.
Oh, I'm safe then.
Then cable came to Chazy in '85, so that's in fall of '85 I started recording and so in Chazy. So Yeah, unless somebody's got something in the. A while back, George Brendler had some old practice films he had made years ago, and I put that on the website and stuff. But no, not much from Chazy before '85, unless it's the William H. Minor Foundation or something like that. So you've been here right from the get-go, just about when they opened the store.
Just before we became a True Value, so the store was in operation. I joined the team last Christmas. It was actually the week of Christmas, and we became a True Value in April.
Okay, that's not last Christmas. It's Christmas before last Christmas.
Yes, you keep tripping me up like that. He does this on purpose.
Well, I just want you to know I'm paying attention to what you're saying here.
Yes, very true.
And when did you come on board?
Oh, I was George's April Fool's present this year. I came April 1st.
April 1st. Where'd you come from?
I came from PPG Paint in Plattsburgh, formerly Glidden.
Okay.
I was there for 8 years, and I joined this team.
All right. Closer to home?
Closer to home, family owned. You're a team member, not a number.
Uh-oh. All right, we won't pursue that line of conversation too far. What way, George?
Well, you know, it is
Hey,
a family-owned
a team.
operation, and I do like that. You're not a number.
That's right.
I mean, I see the owner every day. He's not an absentee owner, and that means something to me as an employee.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes, right?
Yes.
You know, he and she are both watching there, so you got to be on your best behavior.
Yes, at all times.
No, but there's a great group of guys here. I mean, when I walked in, I didn't know that much about the hardware end of it.
Uh-huh.
Every time you turn around, there's a technician or there's George, there's somebody there that can answer your questions and help you. I've learned a lot in a short time. They decided to keep me, I think.
Yeah, but the paint, you can answer anything they need to know about paint, right?
I'm getting there.
After 8 years in the other.
Oh, I can, but I have to do this paint. So
Oh, I see.
I'm getting there.
Okay. So,
Donna was a welcome addition when I mean, I'm not a paint specialist by any means, so when somebody has a little more of a technical question as far as what material they want to cover, I defer back to Donna, and I always feel comfortable with the answer she gives, and I learn from what she says as well, so we work hand in hand. This is a team here.
yeah, and sometimes it's better when women start asking questions about shades and stuff like that. Sometimes it's better to have a woman to answer that stuff.
That's thin ice to operate on. There is no doubt about that.
Because if you're wrong and they put that on their wall.
Well, what happens is if I tint it wrong, well, I'm going to get myself in trouble here, but if say the woman chooses a tint, it may be that the man will put it on the wall, and I'll probably have to answer to the man because he's going to now paint it twice because I chose the wrong shade. So that is definitely thin ice.
Okay, but the customer's never the wrong one. They never made the wrong choice.
Never.
Never. Customer's always right.
That is correct.
You guys can't agree here. One's got a Milwaukee shirt, one's got a True Value shirt here, but they're all red.
That's the team.
Okay.
That's the team.
So if you're gonna sell a product here, it's gonna have to have a red color.
Well, while he's retinting their paint, I'm going to sell Milwaukee tools.
Okay. And the tool man was here today, not Tim the tool man, but Milwaukee tool man was here, and
Luke the tool man.
Luke the tool man. Okay. Okay, and he was here, and
If you check out our Facebook page, we do have a tool chick online.
a tool check.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to check that as soon as I get back. So you have a Facebook page.
Tammy just started that recently, so there's not a lot on it. She'll probably be putting more after today, hopefully, on it. But
Well, that's important to get it out there. The more likes you get, the more people get it when you post something, and once in a while somebody might even share it and let people know if you got a new product or something exciting is happening.
Yeah, it's a cost-effective way to show what kind of products you have, definitely. Social media, a lot of people are trending that way, and gets the awareness out. If people don't know what you have, then they can't come and buy it.
No, well, they can stop in and find out.
I certainly like talking. That is, I like it when the customers come in and we can talk tools and we can talk paint. And we can talk about everything we want to do with hardware, and you only get to know what you need to have if people tell you what they like to use. So it kind of goes hand in hand. If the customers don't let me know what they want, then I can't have the products they want.
Yeah, that's I was talking earlier with Chad. If people come in here and don't find what they're looking for, don't just walk out.
Oh, we'll find
Speak
it.
up.
I order Tuesday and I receive Thursday. So if you come in on a Tuesday afternoon and say, I would like to have this, chances are within 48 hours I'll have it here.
Okay, so don't just assume that because it's not on the shelf that, or maybe you missed it, maybe it was there, and so that you pretty much try to catch people as they come in, or you let them?
Well, depending on the customer, if it's a first-time customer that I've never seen before, what I'll do is I'll try not to hound them, but I like to introduce myself, show them around the store really quickly, and then I'll also give them a card and let them know that my policy is if there's something special you want, you let me know, and I'll get it in for you. So if it's a specialty item that somebody needed at the last minute, if I hear it once, I kind of take a mental note. If I hear it twice, I add it to the repertoire. That way we've got everything we need.
Okay.
And that's how the store keeps growing in inventory. It's just by customer demands.
Okay. Donna, what are the hours here? I've mentioned this earlier, but I want to see if I want to hear it
Monday
again.
through Friday, 7:30 to 6. Saturday, 8 to 3. Sunday, 9 to 2.
All right. Do you work 7 days here? Do you?
I work here 6 days a week. No,
6
5 days a
5
week.
days. Seems like
It feels
6.
like 6 days a week. I'm here 5 days a week, but all of us are on call 7 days a week.
Okay.
That's part of the service. Is somebody really needs it, pick up the phone and
you're
call.
right here in town, so.
Yep.
And George, you're still in the neighborhood, in the
Yes.
tier here somewhere?
Yes, I am in Champlain, so I'm a 10-minute ride away. So
not
if
too
somebody
far
wants
away.
something, we'll make it happen.
Okay. Yeah. Preferably, don't just come to make them come in. Just but if there's something that pops up at that on the time when you just
Well, I had a customer the other day. Is a great customer of ours, and he called, and I knew he was working with some galvanized pipe, and he needed a reducer, and before he could go home and have supper, he had to complete that project for one of his tenants to have water.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he called and he wanted that reducer, I told him I'd be there in 10 minutes. He went down to the local creamy shop here, and by the time his ice cream cone was done, that adapter was in his hand.
Oh, there you go. You can't ask for better than that. Ice cream.
He didn't
and-
bring you an ice cream?
Well, he got his own.
You have to negotiate those after-hour calls.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
All right. Anything else, folks, that I should mention?
Just come check us out, and sooner or later we are going to have a second store, and between the both locations we're going to take care of everybody.
How many miles down the road is it? Anybody?
I want to say it's probably about 11 miles down the road.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty specific there. I'm gonna. One of these days I'm gonna check it out.
You're going to clock it.
Next year I'll come back, and if you're, if it's
Now, is it like the Price is Right? If I go over, I'm out, and if I'm under, closest one to it counts? Because I don't want to run the extra 2 miles.
today, on the Price is Right, a woman bid $34,500 on the final thing there, and it was $34,390.
Oh,
So
They should
she
give
was
it to-
this close.
They should give it to her anyways at that point.
Rules is rules, So, yeah, if you're over, you're over. Okay, anything else, folks?
that's
Nope,
it. Come
that's
and
it.
see us.
I think we've covered it.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Castine, for your time.
All right, thank you.
Thank
both.
you.
All right, again, we've been at Rene's Repair, Rene's True Value, here in beautiful downtown Chazy on this July 23rd.